coming up on July 24th, at least in the United States, I assume this is kind of a global thing now, on Discovery and Discovery Plus, it is Shark Week. And so sometimes it feels like you must be hiding under a rock if you haven't been exposed to Shark Week. And it got me thinking sharks would be kind of fun to do in glass. And so I reached out to my friend Henry at SS Glass Art Studio on Etsy, and he has a lot of underwater creatures. I've used some of his floral stuff already. He does water jet cuts in Bullseye. So I reached out and said, hey, I see a lot of undersea life, but I don't see sharks. And he said, I got you. And so Henry made some custom sharks, and I got them, and I got to show these to you, and then we're going to move right into a project because I've got an idea that I think is going to be fun. So he is going to, they're not, this is not something he's offered before, but he created them for me, and so now he's going to offer them on his website. So I'll drop the Etsy link down below. Henry made these for me in steel blue, and I'm super excited about that because I think that they'll fire to that silvery effect that you get with steel blue and look really cool. I think he's going to offer them in maybe Bullseye's Deco Gray and some black and steel blue. So check out the website and you'll see what he has and in different shapes and sizes. But he sent these to me and I am excited to use them. Thank you, Henry. And I think that's another plug to say, if you've got an idea that's not, in the portfolio, reach out because I'm sure they'll do custom things for you. But I'm going to use these on a piece, and so let's get to it. So, do you remember that studio buyout that I talked about a little while ago? She had this gorgeous piece of glass. There were two of them actually. They clearly broke, and so this was not marked. I think it's Bullseye's 2116 Streaky, which is turquoise blue and deep deep royal blue, turquoise and royal. I think that's what this is. But I don't know for sure, but it's beautiful and it looks like water, and so I think it might be a great addition to this piece. And I just have the light table here so you can see through it. There's really neat transparency to this. And then, do you remember this from the underwater pieces? I only bought 2 of these frames at the store when I found them on clearance. And I made 2 underwater pieces for him, but one of the customers who wanted to buy it said she did not want the frame because she had a different way she was going to display it. Said fine by me, so I popped it right out, and now I have this to use over again. So I'm going to cut a circle of this to use in this. Okay, here is that piece fired. Now, I know I talked about the transparency, and the transparency is beautiful, but I really wanted the color to pop and almost kind of stand on its own. So I just used a circle of white as a base layer, dusted a little bit of clear powder to try to minimize bubbles a little bit, and then put this piece on top and fired it, and it is gorgeous. It is, I mean, just stunning. Sexy was the term used to describe this. And there are little micro bubbles in there, which I also love because it is really meant to be water. So I didn't want to eliminate all bubbles. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have anything that was catastrophic. And this turned out gorgeous. So, and it's going to fit perfectly in that frame. So now I am going to add my sharks and take this back in for a firing. So I'll show you what that looks like before it goes into the kiln. All right, here it is. I have arranged my sharks in this circular fashion, kind of like you see in nature, and I've put one of Tabitha's beautiful mandalas in the middle. It's kind of red color, and I think I'm gonna call this piece Blood in the Water. So anyway, let me tack fire this to about 1350 for, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. And hopefully that steel blue on those sharks develops quite well, and we'll see what it looks like when it comes out. All right, I kind of messed up. So the steel blue did turn that kind of cool matte silver that it can do, but I only fired this to 1350, and in hindsight, my schedule that I prefer on things like these water jets is often 1400, and I only went 1350 for 10 minutes, not 1400. So I am going to leave it exactly where it sits. I'm not even touching it. I'm just going to close the kiln, run another firing this time up to 1400 for 10, And hopefully, and what I was trying to do is I wanted those edges to smooth out a little bit more. Just see how rough that is. I'd like to see just a little bit more softness, and so I think 1400 will get me what I want there in my particular kiln. So I'm going to close the lid and I'm going to fire this again, and we'll see what comes out. I will be disappointed, but perhaps not surprised if for some weird reason the steel blue turns back to blue instead of steel, because that's what I've experienced sometimes before. It's just kind of unpredictable. But I'm going to fire this thing again, so I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out the second time. Okay, it is out of the kiln, and how interesting is this? I'm still learning about steel blue. I love these water jet cuts. They are perfect. I mean, the shape is just awesome. But look how after a second firing, that steel blue almost kind of bled out onto the glass next to it, onto that, you know, kind of water glass, which gives these guys a interesting silvery outline. I don't hate it. It's just different. It's just not what I expected. If I had fired this to 1400 the first time, I don't think it would have happened. Well, maybe it would have, I don't know, or perhaps not quite so pronounced as it is here. Gosh, that's so weird. I'm gonna have to play with some of these water jets more, and this time hit the mark the first time on my firing schedule, and not fire it twice. Because remember, I went to 1350 for 10 minutes. I didn't like it. Then I put it back in for 1400 for 10 minutes, and then this is what I got, which is just a really, I mean, that's an interesting effect. You could really use that to your advantage to make it a design element. And here it is in the final framed piece. So I love it. I'm gonna call it Blood in the Water. I think it's really cool. Henry, thanks for indulging me on these water jet cuts. Again, his website, well, he sells on Etsy, and the link is in the video description below. I know he has black and deco gray. If you really want steel blue, you may have to ask for that one, but I know he's got black and deco gray. Henry, I appreciate you indulging me on this. I really did enjoy it. I hope you guys learned something. I sure did. That is really, really interesting effect there. Take care, everybody. Happy fusing. Happy Shark Week. Catch you later. Bye-bye.